Hi children, welcome to my channel. To see more videos, please subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon. Today we are going to start a new topic, solving quadratic equations. In this topic, we are going to concentrate on solving quadratic equations with complete factors. How to solve a quadratic equations with complete factors? We have to follow below steps to obtain the answers for quadratic equations with complete factors. As a first step, take the quadratic expression and factorize it completely. For example, if you want to solve a squared plus 7a plus 12 equals to 0, the quadratic expression a squared plus 7a plus 12 has to be factorized. How to factorize this quadratic expression? Initially, consider the coefficient of the square term and multiply with the constant term. The coefficient of the square term is number in front of the square term, that is 1. Multiply with constant term is 12. You obtain the value for 12. Then find the factors of 12 where its addition is equals to 7. The factors of 12, if you consider 1 into 12 is a one way of forming 12. But if you add 1 plus 12, you obtain 13, that is not 7. Then you will go ahead with further factors. 6 into 2. But 6 plus 2 is 8, it's not 7. Therefore, that one also not suitable. The other factors, 3 into 7, 3 into 4, sorry. But when you add these 3 and 4, you obtain 7. Therefore, you can split the linear term 7a by 3a into 4a. Then after that, expand the individual terms. A squared is a into a. 3a is, you can write 3 into a. 4a you can write as 2 into 2 into a. 12 you can write it as 2 into 2 into 3. From first two terms, you can see a is common. If you take a out, you will obtain a plus 3. From second two terms, you can get 2 into 2, 4 out. If you take 4 out, the remaining term is a plus 3. Therefore, you can write the expression as a into a plus 3 plus 2 into 2 times of a plus 3. Now you can see a plus 3 is common further. Therefore, you can write the factorized form as a plus 3 into a plus 4. Step 2. Try this factorized form instead of the quadratic expression and try to solve it. Then the equation we have to solve is a squared plus 7a plus 12 equals to 0. Therefore, instead of a squared plus 7a plus 12, I will write the factorized format a plus 3 into a plus 4 equals to 0. Then we know that if two multiplications equals to 0, we can say either one of a fact should be 0. For example, if you get a plus 3 into a plus 4 equals to 0, you can write a plus 3 is equals to 0 or a plus 4 is equals to 0. Then from the equation a plus 3 equals to 0, you can write a equals to minus 3, or from a plus 4 equals to 0, you can write a equals to minus 4. That would be the final answer for the solutions of the quadratic equation a squared plus 7a plus 12 equals to 0. Hope you can understand. If you want to clarify further, please go ahead with the further examples. Let's try to work out with this question. We have to solve a squared plus 7a plus 10 equals to 0. The first step is you have to factorize the quadratic expression. What is the quadratic expression over here is a squared plus 7a plus 10. Then how to factorize a squared plus 7a plus 10 is initially multiply the coefficient of square term with the constant term. 1 into 10 is 10. Find the factors of 10 where its addition equals to 7. You can isolate them as 2 into 5. Therefore, you can write a squared plus 2a plus 5a equals to 10 and factorize it. Then you can write a squared is a into a plus 2a you can write 2 into a, 5a you can write 5 into a, and 10 you can write 2 into 5. From the first two terms you can see a is common. So you can take a out. Therefore it turn up to a times of a plus 2. From second two terms, the last two terms, 5 is common. If you take 5 out, again a plus 2. Now a plus 2 is common. If you take a plus 2 out, turn up into a plus 2 into a plus 5. Now replace the factorized format a plus 2 into a plus 5 instead of a squared plus 7a plus 10 in the equation. Then the equation a squared plus 7a plus 10 equals to 0 turn up into a plus 2 into a plus 5 equals to 0. If a multiplication is equals to 0, means you can say individual term turn up into 0. Therefore you can write a plus 2 equals to 0 or a plus 5 equals to 0. Then from the equation a plus 2 equals to 0, you can write a equals to minus 2, or a plus 5 equals to 0, you can write a equals to minus 5. Those are the two solutions of a quadratic equation. If you come up with this example, we need to solve a squared plus 3a minus 10 equals to 0. Now the first step is factorize a squared plus 3a minus 10. How to factorize a squared plus 3a minus 10? First multiply the coefficient of the square term with constant term. 1 into minus 10, that is minus 10. If you work out with factors of minus 10, where the addition should be equals to 3. So let's take the factors of minus 10. You can write 1 into minus 10, but if you add 1 to minus 10, what is that answer? That is minus 9, not 3. Therefore you cannot work with that. Another factors, 5 into 2. You can write minus 10 is 5 into minus 2. If you add 5 plus minus 2, answer is 3. Therefore, you can write 3a as minus 2a plus 5a. To get a clear idea on that, please review the initial videos. Then you can write a squared plus 3a minus 10 as a squared minus 2a plus 5a minus 10. The first terms you can expand a into a, minus 2a you can expand minus 2 into a. 5a minus 10 you can write 5 into a minus 2 into 5. From first two terms you can see a is common, therefore you can, if you take a out, turn up into a minus 2. From last two terms 5 is common, if you take 5 out, it turns into a minus 2 again. Now you can see that a minus 2 is common for these expressions. You can take a minus 2 out. Then final factorized format would be a minus 2 into a plus 5. Now you can replace a minus 2 into a plus 5 instead of a squared plus 3a minus 10. Therefore, the equation a squared plus 3a minus 10 equals to 0 turn up into a minus 2 into a plus 5 equals to 0. Then by making the individual bracket 0, you can obtain the answer a minus 2 equals to 0 means a equals to 2, or a plus 5 equals to 0 means a equals to minus 5. These are the final solutions for this quadratic equation. In this example, they request us to solve the quadratic equation a squared plus 7a minus 18. Initial step or step number 1 is factorize the quadratic expression a squared plus 7a minus 18. If you obtain the factors of a squared plus 7a minus 18, first step is multiply the coefficient of square term with the constant term. 1 into minus 18, it's minus 18. Then we have to find the factors of minus 18 where its addition equals to 7. You can clearly see that is 9 into minus 2. Therefore, instead of 7a, you can write minus 2a plus 9a, but the preference is not important. If you want, you can write minus 2a plus 9a or 9a minus 2a. Doesn't matter what is the way or what is the sequence you use to write. You get the same answer at the end. Then if you expand the individual terms, you will obtain a into a minus 2 into a. 9a you can write 3 into 3 into a. minus 18 you can write minus 2 into 3 into 3. Remember that when you writing the factors, try to write from the prime factors. It's easier for you to obtain the common factors easily. I told you from the previous videos the same fact. Then from first two terms you can see a is common. If you take a out, turns into a minus 2. From next two terms 3 into 3, 9 is common. Therefore if you take 9 out, a minus 2 is common. Then you can take a minus 2 out, turn up into the factors a minus 2 into a plus 9. From step number 2, instead of the quadratic expression a squared plus 7a minus 18, now replace the factorized form a minus 2 into a plus 9. So in that case, this quadratic equation turn up into a minus 2 into a plus 9 equals to 0. Now, as I mentioned in the previous examples, if a product is equals to 0, you can write this individual brackets turn up into 0. Therefore, you can write a minus 2 equals to 0. From there, you can obtain the first answer equals to 2, or a plus 9 equals to 0. From there you can obtain the answer equals to minus 9. That would be the final answers for this quadratic equation. Now children, let's try to work out with the example with little bit advanced than the previous examples. Our problem is to solve 2a squared plus 9a plus 10 equals to 0. Then the first step is same thing as before, factorize the quadratic expression. What is the quadratic expression here is 2a squared plus 9a plus 10. What is the first step of factorizing? Multiply the coefficient of the square term by the constant term. What is the coefficient of the square term? Is 2, which is in front of the square term. The constant term is 10. 2 into 10 is 20. Now try to find out the factors of 20 where its addition is 9. You can clearly see the multiplication is 20 and addition is 9 would be 4 and 5. You can see 4 into 5 is 20. If you add 4 plus 5, answer is 9. Therefore, instead of 9a, write 4a plus 5a. Then from first two terms you can write 2 into a plus 4a, you can write 2 into a. From there you can see 2 into a is common. From the next two terms, 5a plus 10, 5a is 5 into a, 10 is 2 into 5. Now 5 is common. If it's so, the expression turn up into 2 into a times of a plus 2 plus 5 into a plus 2. Now you can see a plus 2 is common. If you take a plus 2 out, you can write a plus 2 into 2a plus 5. Now instead of this quadratic expression, I will replace a plus 2 into 2a plus 5. It's equals to 0. Then you can say the individual brackets turn up into 0. That is a plus 2 equals to 0 or 2a plus 5 equals to 0. With that you can write a equals to minus 2 or 2a plus 5 equals to 0 means a equals to minus 5 over 2. Hopefully you can understand this question. In this example, they expect us to solve 3a squared plus 10a plus 8. Initially, multiply 3 into 8 is 24. Find the factors of 24 where its addition equals to 10. Then you can write 3a squared plus 10a plus 8. You can split into 3a squared plus 4a plus 6a plus 8. With that, if you expand the individual brackets, you can see 3a squared is 3 into a, 4a you can write 2 into a, 6a you can write 2 into 3 into a, and 8 you can write 2 into 2 into 2. With that, if you take common term a out from first two expressions, it turns into 3 into a plus 2 into 2. From last two expressions, 2 is common. There itself you get 3a plus 2 into 2. With that, again a plus 2 is common and first bracket is a plus 2 and second bracket is 3a plus 4. Now instead of this quadratic equation 3a squared plus 10a plus 8, you can replace with the factorized format a plus 2 into 3a plus 4 equals to 0. With that you can write a plus 2 equals to 0 means a equals to minus 2, and 3a plus 4 equals to 0 means a equals to minus 4 over 3. Last question of the today's video is to solve 3a squared plus 2a minus 8 equals to 0. If you factorize, 3a squared plus 2a minus 8 is 3 into minus 8 is minus 24. Factors of minus 24 where its addition equals to 2 is minus 4a plus 6a. After that, if you split the individual terms 3a squared, you can write 3 into a minus 4a is 2 into a, 6a is 2 into 3 into a, minus 8 is 2 into 2 into 2. With that, if you take the common terms out, your final factorized format would be a plus 2 into 3a minus 4. Then if you replace a plus 2 into 3a minus 4 in the equation, you will obtain the equation a plus 2 into 3a minus 4 equals to 0. By taking the individual brackets equals to 0, you can obtain the answers. A plus 2 equals to 0 means a equals to minus 2, or 3a minus 4 equals to 0 means a equals to 4 over 3.